Hello everyone and welcome back to the LuxCore Pilates YouTube page. My name is Kaylin and today we have a 40-minute full body Sculpt Pilates workout. This one is going to burn so good. I'm so excited. So all you're going to need for today is a band and some ankle weights. Of course, you can do this workout without either of those. Those just definitely turn things up a little bit more. So you can go ahead and put those ankle weights on. If you're someone that's planning on doing a lot of at-home workouts, I definitely recommend getting some of your basic props like some ankle weights, some 2 to 3 pound dumbbells, a band, and maybe a ball, but you can kind of work your way up to that. So we're gonna go ahead and just start on the mat here with a little bit of a warm up. So let's bring those knees into the chest. Notice how you feel. Maybe you're a little bit sore from some other workouts. Maybe you're feeling super energized, ready to get your body moving at whatever time it is where you're at. All right, let's inhale and exhale. Keep going with the breath. Begin to just circle out the ankles and circle out the wrist, moving everything in one direction. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Go ahead and reverse the circles with those wrists and ankles. Amazing. Go ahead and extend your left leg out long, keeping the right knee pulled into the chest. From here, you're just going to give me little circles with this right leg. Remembering to keep your breath going here. Breathing nice and slow. Go ahead and reverse those circles. Trying to get the hips nice and opened up. All right, from here, let that right knee open out to the sides. We open up that hip even more, pulling the knee up towards your armpit if you can. All right, holding here for a little bit longer. Then go ahead and bring it back center and just switch those legs. So now you have the right leg long, the left knee's into the chest, and begin circling that left knee around. Taking some time, just appreciate everything being nice and slow because things are going to start to fire up pretty quick here. All right, reverse those circles. It's been a minute since I've done mat Pilates with ankle weights because I was filming so much for our beginner challenge, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. And if you're a beginner and you feel like this is a little bit too much for you, we just did a whole 30-day beginner program, so you can go back and do any of those workouts at any time, which is amazing if you want a little intro into Pilates. All right, from here, open out that left knee towards the left armpit just to get that hip nice and opened. Notice how this feels in your body. Bring that leg back center and just extend it back long in front of you. From here, let's just take one big stretch. So reach your arms long above your head. And I want you to take a second to imagine someone's pulling your arms towards one side of the room as someone pulls your toes towards the other side of the room. You're pulling, 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 getting so much length in the whole body and relaxing everything back down. All right, from here, we're gonna start moving. So just bring your feet up so they're close to your hips, and we're gonna start with just some basic crunches. So bring your hands behind your head and begin to lift and lower your chest and shoulders up off of the mat and back down. Good, so just lifting and lowering. Nothing too crazy here, but really working on finding the engagement of that core. This gives us an opportunity to really turn that core on and really focus and make sure we're lifting and engaging properly before we get into some of this harder work. You guys got it. Keep going. We're here for 15, 14, using your breath. This is 10, 9, making sure those elbows stay nice and wide. We don't want them up close to our eyes like this. We want them fanned out. We have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last one. I want everyone to hold at the top. Can you lift up even higher? Lift your chest and shoulders and head up even higher. Yes, you can. Hold here, making sure you're really finding that center and that your center and the strength from your core is what's holding you up. All right, you keep holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, pull the waist in, curl the tailbone under. Yes, you can. Sink that spine deeper into the mat for 3, 2, and 1. Now your arms extend long in front of you. From here, you're going to begin to shift your way over to the left, tapping your fingertips to the left ankle, and then shifting and tapping your right fingertips towards the right ankle. Good. Continue here, just shifting and tapping. Yes, you can. Making sure the chest stays lifted up as high as you can. That's where that work's going to come in, and that core is staying super engaged. You guys got this. We're here for 8 on each side. 7, 6, making sure those shoulders are staying rolled down out of your ears. For 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Good. Go ahead and lower the head and shoulders all the way down. All right, that center should start feeling nice and warm about now. So let's go ahead and bring our legs into tabletop position. We can just leave those arms down long by our side to start. So from here, you're just going to tap the toes down and lift them back up. Good. So you're tapping the toes down and lifting up, making sure that these knees keep going, are staying right over your hips in that 90-degree angle. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can actually press those knees further away from your hips. All right, we got this. But making sure that these knees aren't coming into the chest because we completely lose the engagement of that center. We're here for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and this is your last 1. Amazing. Hold at the top. And I want you to open your knees apart so they're in a little frog position. And again, we're just going to tap the toes down and lift them up. Tapping and lifting. If this feels good, you can go ahead and reach your hands up high to the ceiling. So the toes tap down and they lift up, and those arms are just reaching up. Keep going. You have last 6, 5, moving with control. This isn't about speed. For 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Now from here, we're going to add on a little bit. So you're going to close those knees back together. The toes are going to tap down. They're going to lift up. Then you're going to open those knees out to the frog position. And as you go to tap these legs, those toes down, the head, chest, and shoulders are going to lift up, and the arms are going to reach for the wall in front of you. And then everything's going to come back up to the start position. Close the knees. Give me 1 tap there. Open. Everything lifts up as the toes tap down. And then we bring everything back to center. Good. You guys got this. Keep going here. I already know that core is turning on, but let's push through this. Keep going. Yes, you can. Making sure that when you lift up as high as you can. Really reach those arms through your center. Can you reach up even higher? Yes, just like that. All right, we have just 3 more of these. You can do it. You can do anything for just 3 more reps. This is already number 2. This is your last one. Make it the best one yet. Can we reach everything through? Those toes are tapping out of hover. Can you extend those arms? Really reach, reach, reach. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't let those toes fall on the ground and lose the engagement of your center. Have everything just lifted. The toes are just brushly tapping the ground for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lift everything up. Let's bring those knees quickly in to center to take a little bit of a break. And we're going to start to isolate those legs. So everyone can quickly just lift your hips up into a bridge position. This will get rid of any tension you're feeling in those hip flexors. Sometimes when we have these ankle weights on, it can actually make our hip flexors have to work a lot as well as our core. So if the ankle weights are ever too much, you can just take them off and put them to the side during this workout. All right, so from here, those legs are going to come back into tabletop position. You have the option to lift your head and shoulders up off of the mat, or you can keep your head and shoulders down on the mat with your arms long by your side. Regardless, we want these knees in tabletop position. So let's go ahead and lift everything up if you are going to choose that more difficult path. From here, we're going to extend this left leg up high to the ceiling. You're going to flex the leg to lower, point to lift it back up. Good. Flex to lower, point to lift. You guys got this. Breathing through this, remembering that everything we do on this side, we have to do on the other side. All right. We have just 5, 4. Again, if it's too much, you can lower the head and shoulders down for 3. Last 2. And on this last one, you're going to hold down at the bottom, flex the foot, and give me little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reverse those circles. I know you have 5, 4. Moving slow and controlled for 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg here, and then pull it into tabletop position. Good. You extend it back out long. You pull it into tabletop. Keep going. Let it shake. I know my core is already on fire. Yes, you can. You have just 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Pull that leg back into tabletop. If your head and shoulders were lifted, we're going to lower down. From here, those arms are going to extend up high to the ceiling. Those legs are still in tabletop, and we're still going to be working with this left leg moving. So from here, this left leg is going to extend out long, and you're going to reach your arms towards the left leg, and you're going to lower back down, keeping that leg right out in front of you. Good. We got it. Extend out, come back. Oh my goodness. This is burning. Yes, we can. Holding super still. Nothing is moving but that upper body. We have last 5, 4, last 3, last 2. Holy crap. Okay, keep going. This is very challenging. We can do it. All right, if you have to take a little break, take a little break. Ready? And this is last 2. And last 1. Hold here. Give me little pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and bring everything down and bring those knees into the chest. Whew, that was killer. All right, I have not worked out with ankle weights on in a minute, and man, does it turn things up. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and just windshield wiper those legs back and forth before we get into that other side, because of course, we have to even it out, right? All right, taking some breaths here before we do it all again. All right, let's get into it and get it done and over with. So from here, those knees and legs are going to lift back into tabletop position. The head and shoulders are going to lift up off of the mat once again. The right leg this time is going to extend high to the ceiling. It's going to flex to lower, point to lift. Good. Flex to lower, point to lift. I already know my core is going to be so sore tomorrow. Yes, you can. Breathing through this. Let it shake. If you feel the shakes, let them come. Your mind wants to give up long before your body really needs to. You're here for 3. Last 2. And this is your last 1. At the bottom, hold and give me those little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse those circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg out. Pull it into tabletop. Yes, you can. Extend it out. Pull it back in. Whew, this is killer. We got it. You're almost there. You have last 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Pull everything in. Lower the head and shoulders down. Take a second to take a little bit of a break, and then those arms need to come straight up overhead. Those legs come into tabletop position. From here, that right leg is going to extend out long. The chest is going to lift up towards the right, and then the arms are going to reach up, and you're going to lower the chest down, keeping that leg extended. All right, we got this. Lifting and lowering. Not too many here. You're almost at the finish line with this sequence. You have last 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Hold up and give me those pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring everything down and those knees into center. Whew. That was a crazy burn right there. Take a second here to just roll those legs out. We can plant the feet down, the legs, the feet down, You can just press those glutes up into a bridge if you feel like you need that. We're not gonna be doing any bridge work today, but we are gonna be jumping into a little booty series here in a second. Okay, let's articulate that spine down. From here, since we're already lying down, you're gonna go ahead and just turn on over to your left side. We're gonna finish with a tiny bit more core work, and then we're gonna move on to some more glute and lower body focus. So from here, you're gonna have this left forearm planted into the mat. You can extend these legs out into a little shallow L position so they're stacked on top of each other. Now, from here, you're gonna reach your right arm up high to the ceiling. You're going to begin to lift these legs up glued together, up to the ceiling, and lower them down. We just have 4. This is 3. Last 2, and this is your last 1. Amazing. Now from here, we're gonna add on a little bit. So when those legs come down, you're going to lift yourself up into a side plank position. You're gonna take your right arm that's reaching up high to the ceiling, you're gonna twist it underneath the body, you're gonna extend it back up high to the ceiling, lower those hips down, and then you're gonna lift those legs back up high to the ceiling. All right, you guys got this. Taking this nice and slow and moving with control here. Yes, you can. I know you guys can do it. We got this. This is where you finish your core work at. Of course, we're gonna have to do it on the other side later, but at least you'll know what is coming. All right. We have just 3 more. This is 2. When you lift up, can you really twist under even further? Yes, like that. You are absolutely killing it. This is your last one. Don't give up on me. And reach up and set everything down. Amazing. All right, so if you have that band by you, this is where we're gonna go ahead and grab it. So you can just slide that band up over your ankle weights here. It's gonna start down by just above those ankle weights rather than on our knees, but we will move it up to above our knees here in a little bit. So from here, you can just extend those legs long in a shallow L position, even more of a shallow L than what we had just done. The left hand is cradled in your head. The right hand can come right in front of your chest. From here, you're going to reach this top leg up high, getting that pressure and that tension against the band, and then lower it back down just to a hover above that other foot. Good, so we're reaching up, lowering down. Breathing through this, you'll immediately feel that glute fire on. Yes, you can. Sitting up nice and tall here, not letting yourself collapse into your side body. You guys got it. We have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to really press that band up as high as you can. How high can you lift it up? Lift it up even higher and just hold here. Yes, you're holding at your highest point of tension. Can you make that band come up even more? Yes, you can. We're holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, gonna be little pulses up, just about 1 inch. Get it up even higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower it down. Amazing. We're gonna go ahead and bend those knees in. You can pull this band up above your knees now. And we're gonna come up so that you are seated on your left hip and your hand is on the mat. We're gonna come back down to our forearm and you're just gonna be lifted up. So this way you're not laying on the mat anymore. Those knees are gonna be stacked on top of one another, those legs bent. You can have your right hand just in front of you. And from here, we're going to begin to just lift this top leg up, lower it back down. Good, so lifting and lowering. Very similar to what we just did. Now those knees are just bent. You guys got this. We have just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg up as high as you can. Once again, can you lift it up even higher? We're holding here, holding and holding. That glute should be shaking if you are lifting up as high as you truly can. Now begin pulsing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold up here. And now extend this right leg out, pull it back in. Yes, you can. So you're just giving me a little kick out and in. The trick here is to make sure you're not lowering that knee down. You're keeping tension in that band and just kicking that knee out, that foot out, and pulling it back in. You have just 6, 5, 4, 3. Don't collapse into your side body. Once again, keep everything lifted up nice and tall for 2. And last one, hold that leg out super, super straight. And give me little pulses up and down here for 8, 7, 6. Yes, you can, I know, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, set that all the way down. All right, we are almost done, but we are working our way up to our palm. So now you're gonna come up onto that left hand here. That band can stay where it is at. You're gonna come up onto your left knee this time. This right arm is going to reach overhead. That right leg is out long by the side of you. From here, you're going to lift the arm and leg up and tap it back down. Good, we're lifting and lowering. You guys probably have a gist of where we're going and where we're headed, but man, does this burn. You have just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, hold that leg up as high as you can at that highest point. It is shaking with me. Let it shake with you. All right, you got it. Hold and hold. Yes, you can. Can you lift that right leg up a little bit higher? Now give me little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower everything down. Whew, that definitely burns. So go ahead and kick it out if you need to, punch it out, whatever they say. Whew, let it shake. We can go ahead and take a quick little stretch before we move on to the other side. So that band, you can just like bring it up your legs a little bit. You're just gonna cross the right leg over the left. Oh wow, I am really, really sore there. That might also be from my leg day that I did yesterday, but I almost can't even hold that stretch. So sometimes that happens. So let yourself sink into this. Maybe you're not as tight as I am. Take whatever you need. The closer you bring your chest to your right leg, the more of a stretch you're going to get. All right. You can begin to rock those hips back and forth a little bit here. You guys are getting so close to the end of this workout. You are absolutely killing it. All right, let's jump in and do this all on the other side. So I'm gonna turn this way just so you guys can, I'm still facing you, but you're welcome to just turn around on your stomach. So we're gonna start with the remainder of that core work on this other side. So we're gonna bring everything back down onto that mat. If you want to, you can take the band off or you can leave it on. It's not gonna make much of a difference here. So those legs are gonna be stacked on top of each other. Your forearm is gonna be down on the mat. We're gonna do those little leg lifts and little side lift oblique work here. So this left arm is gonna reach up high, and now those legs are gonna reach up to touch and come back down. Yes, you can. Using lots of control here, not too many. You just have last 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Now we're gonna move into that combo exercise that finishes us out. So from here, those legs come back down. You're gonna lift up into that side plank. You're gonna give me that little twist underneath you. Extend this left arm up high again, set the hips down, and lift those legs back up. Yes, you can. Keep going. Really making sure that you're hitting each movement and you're not bypassing, trying to fly through it. Because the good thing is, or maybe not the good thing, but is it doesn't matter because you have to keep doing it until I tell you to stop, right? So it doesn't matter if you do it faster. So just go ahead and take your time and be nice and controlled with these movements here. All right, just 3 more. Getting that nice big twist when you're in that plank. All right, we have just last one. Lift up and finishing right here. Amazing, set those hips all the way down. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump in and do all of that leg work on the other side. So if you don't have that band on yet, go ahead and grab that and put that up right above those ankle weights. So once you have that band, we're gonna come lying down on our side That head is going to cradle into the right hand. The left arm is going to come right in front of you for support, and those legs are going to be stacked on top of one another. From here, you're going to lift that left leg up and lower down to that hover. Good, lifting up, really finding that tension and resistance with that band. You also, of course, have those ankle weights on as well, so it's making that top leg even heavier. You got this. Lifting up. Again, not collapsing into our side body, keeping those shoulders rolled down your back the entire time. All right, you know what's coming, or maybe you don't. That's why I'm here. All good. We have last 5, 4, 3, last 2. And on this last one, you're gonna really, really lift that leg up. Find that point of tension. Breathe into it, holding here. Can you lift that top leg up even higher? Yes, you can. I know you can. Lift it up, up, up. Keep holding, let it shake, and give me those little pulses up and down. It's just about 1 inch. Yes, you can. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower down. All right, let's move this band up. So you're just moving it right above those knees on your lower thighs. And then you're gonna come onto that right forearm. Those knees are stacked and bent right in front of you. This left arm is planted down on the mat. And from here, once again, we're going to lift that knee up, lower it down. Good, so you're just lifting and lowering. Allowing that band to really pull against you, finding that resistance and letting it work that muscle even more. You guys got this. We have just 6. Oh, it's already shaking for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Keep that leg lifted up as high as you can. Yes, you can. Can you lift it up even higher? I know you can. Lift it up. Yes, you can. Even more. And now begin those pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out. Don't drop it down. And kick that leg out. Pull it in. Oh, yes. This is absolutely killer. Kick it in. Yes, just little kicks here. I know it is absolutely killer. You have just 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and on this last one, hold that leg out. I know, hold it out, and now give me those pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, holy crap. All right, we are not done, but we are almost there. You guys are going to press yourselves up. You have that weight in your right palm. This left leg is going to extend out long. We're on this right knee. The left arm reaches up. Now from here, you're just lifting the leg and the arm a little bit. Yes, you can. This is where we finish this series at, lifting and lowering. You guys got this. You have just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. You know the drill. Hold that leg up. Hold it up. Can you get it up even higher? I know. I am absolutely shaking as well. Can you lift it up higher and higher? Now give me those pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set everything down. Whew, that was killer. All right, let's take that quick stretch. You can punch it out if you need to. You can take that band off and just set it to this side. Cross that left leg this time over the right. Ooh, once again, I am very sore. I don't know what I did in the gym yesterday. I mean, I do know, but I'm like, dang, it doesn't normally feel like that. All right, it must be the combination of the two. That's what I'm saying is you combine weightlifting with Pilates, it will do wonders for your body. All right, holding here, finding that stretch. Yes, you can. You guys are already killing this. We are way past halfway, so we are almost done with this workout. All right, let's go ahead and take some windshield wipers just back and forth to open up those hip flexors if they feel tight at all. Get those glutes a little bit looser, whatever you need here. All right, from here, you're just gonna turn around on your mat so that your hands are on the mat, and we're about to go into some push-up work, but I wanna show you guys a little hack that you can use to kind of help guide your push-ups. You're gonna put this band around your arms like this. So we're gonna start just in some modified push-ups so you can get a feel for this. You're gonna press your arms against this band. You'll notice that this band is actually gonna help support you when you go to do your push-ups. So you're gonna come onto your knees if you're in that modified, or maybe you wanna go for full push-ups, then you can press up to that plank position. All right, now from here, we're all gonna lower down and lift back up. Lowering down and lifting up. Making sure that our arms are coming straight by our side and that our elbows aren't flaring out to the sides of our body. Keep going. We have just 5, 4, 3, last 2. And on this last one, I want everyone to hold down. Yes, your chest should be right at that band. Holding and holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself up and come back into a quick child's pose position here. All right, now we're gonna have everyone come forward. Hopefully the angle didn't change too much because the camera died, but we're gonna come back into that full plank position, and I wanna challenge everyone to give me one full slow push-up all the way down for an 8 count. So we're lowering down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. All right, from here, those hands are still gonna be in that band. They're just right above your wrist. We're gonna use this band to get a little bit more tension in the upper body. So from here, those arms are reaching long in front of you. You're going to extend your arms up towards the wall in front of you and lower back down. Good, so you're lifting up, lowering down, really pressing your arms against that band to make them work even harder. All right, we're lifting up and down. You guys got this. You have last 5, 4, last 3, 2, and this is your last 1. Good, lower down. Take a second to find your breath down here. We're going to lift everything up when I say so, and then when you lift up, I want you to hold, and we're gonna begin pressing and pulsing our hands out to the side. So when you're ready, which is now, I guess is when I tell you, you're gonna go ahead and lift your arms all the way up. Yes, you can. Can you lift your chest up even higher? From here, hold and begin opening those arms against the band. Yes, you're having to use that resistance, which makes this so challenging while keeping your chest lifted. You have just 8, 7, 6, 5. Open those hands up even wider for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower back down. Whew, that is like silently killer. That is great for your lats and that back. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So we're gonna lift everything back up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift everything up high. Find at that highest point of tension and begin pulsing those arms out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower all the way back down. All right, taking a second to find our breath before we do this one final time. I want to really challenge you to try and open those arms out even wider. So whatever you've been doing, see if you can get those arms to open out wider. If you can open and stretch that band even further than what you've been doing. All right, we're lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. Lift those arms up high, and I'll begin opening them for 10, 9. Open them wider for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good, lower all the way down. Amazing, you can let your hands come out of that band. You're just gonna press yourself into a quick child's pose position. Whew. That band is so fun because I feel like people always think that you can only use booty bands for your booty, but you can actually use them for so many other things. All right, we're gonna continue with some more arm work. So you can just bring that band in front of you or on your mat. I think we're pretty much done with that for today, but keep it close by in case I randomly decide that we're not done with it. And now from here, you're just gonna come on to your heels and hips. So those hips are seated onto your heels. We're gonna do just some traditional Pilates arm work. So I want you to actually go ahead and we're gonna take these ankle weights off of our feet and we're just gonna move them onto our wrists really quickly. If you don't have ankle weights, this would be a great time to go ahead and grab, say, anything that you can hold in your hand that's about 2 to 3 pounds. Maybe you do have those dumbbells by you. You can pause the video and go ahead and grab that. This also will burn without these as well, so no worries there. All right, let's get on into it. So from here, you're gonna reach those arms up into a table, just like a tabletop position, I guess, or just a T position, I should say. You're just gonna hold here, just taking a second to find this for you. So rolling the shoulders back, this is kind of our home base position. Those fingertips are long to the walls in front of you. The crown of the head is lifted up high to the ceiling. Imagine there's a string pulling you up and making you sit super tall as your shoulders roll down your back. Amazing. Now from here, I want you to give me little circles towards the back of the room. Yes, you can. We're circling back for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now reverse those circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those arms still. And now from here, I want you to flip the palms up towards the ceiling and then flip them down. So you're just flipping the palms up and down. The only thing that's moving are those palms. We don't want to lift the arms too much, and the whole rest of the body is still. This is a great time to still reconnect with your center and making sure you are still engaging that. All right, you guys got this. We have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Good, those arms stay out. Now from here, you're gonna begin to close those arms into just a T position or like little goalpost arms. And then from here, you're gonna close the arms in front of you, and then you're gonna open them back out wide. Good, so you're closing and opening, just like you're closing a book right here and opening them out. Now that we have these arms, I want you to introduce the hips to get a little bit more work into the entire body. So as those arms close, you're gonna lift your hips off of your heels, and as they open, you're gonna set your hips back down. Good, keep going here. Those arms are gonna start to feel super fiery. It's always so deceiving because when you first reach your arms out, you're like, oh, this isn't bad, I could stay here forever. But within a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, you're like, oh, absolutely not. All right, you guys got this. We're here for just 5, 4, last 3, last 2, and this is your last 1. Lower all the way down. Keep those arms in goalposts and be little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, now we're gonna close those arms together and give me little pulses right in front here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't give up on me for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, you're gonna glue those palms together. Now in order to make this super difficult, I want you to squeeze the palms together, and you're gonna lift and lower with those palms squeezed together. So press those palms even further into them, and we're lifting up and down for 8, 7. This is gonna turn on every muscle in your arm, it's gonna feel like, for 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Amazing. Go ahead and lower those arms all the way down. Give me some shoulder rolls to the back for 3, 2, and 1. And now let's roll them forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. You're just gonna turn on your side. You can kind of stay where you are. I'm just gonna turn this way so you guys can see me a little bit better. From here, you're gonna do a little bit of some like kind of modified push-ups, but I've been really loving specifically to get more into those triceps. So we're gonna start with our left hand down on the mat. The right hand can come behind you right here. From here, you're gonna just lower to try and tap the elbow to a hover on the mat and lift yourself back up. Good, so you're lowering to tap and lifting. The trick here is you could set your weight all the way back and not really do anything. If you wanna keep your whole body still, it just comes down towards the mat because your arms bring you down towards the mat. All right, you guys got this. Keeping your weight forward, that's what's gonna make this extra challenging. Literally think about if you were doing just a push-up here. Whew, yeah, I can feel that good. This should actually be very difficult if you're doing it correct. Oh, my arm is so fatigued, I'm even having a hard time getting back up. All right, you guys got this. We have last 3. This is last 2. Shift your weight forward more. If you're not feeling this, that means your weight's probably back here and you're just going like this. You need to have your shoulders stacked right over that wrist as you lower down for your last one. Oh man. All right, let's go ahead and just switch that arm. So now we have the right arm down, the left one is behind us. Again, making sure that shoulder is right over the wrist, and you're gonna begin to tap that elbow down and lift yourself up. If it's uncomfortable with those ankle weights on your wrist, go ahead and take them off. You guys got this. Yes, you can. Give me just 5 more. Allowing this to be difficult. Everything in Pilates can be made harder or easier just by your choices and decisions. That's honestly everything in life, right? Okay, we have just last 2. Okay, I don't know if you can see me shaking through this camera, but I sure am, and this is your last one. Whew, wow. All right, now that we still have in that tricep work, we're gonna continue with a little bit more. So from here, you're gonna hinge forward. Those arms are gonna come right by your side. And you're just gonna extend your arms long behind you and then pull them back in towards your side. Yes, you can. Your palms are facing towards one another. You're just moving from that elbow. You have last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and this is your last one. Hold those arms out. Turn the palms over so they're facing the ceiling, and me little pulses up and down for 8, 7. Keep going, making sure that core is still engaged. You're not letting the stomach hang out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower all the way down. All right, we're gonna finish here with a little full body exercise, and then we'll cool you guys down a bit, and you are on and out of here and can go on with the rest of your day. So from here, you can keep those ankle weights on your wrist. Let's first start with the lower body, and then we'll introduce the upper body. So right now, you can just keep your hands right in front of you in a little prayer position. From here, you're gonna keep your spine super straight. You're just gonna begin to hinge backwards, using your quads and your glutes to pull you back up. So we're not hinging, we don't wanna like bend to come back, we don't wanna arch to come back. The goal is to keep that spine super straight, and you'll notice in order to lift yourself up, those legs are going to have to work a ton. All right, so now that you feel that, those arms are gonna reach out, and you're gonna do a little bicep curl as you hinge back, and then extend the arms out as you lift up. Whew, I am feeling this everywhere. Yes, you can. Not too many of these, and then you are done. You have last 5, last 4. Yes, you can. This is 3. You're so strong. You're stronger than you think. This is last 2. And now on this last one, you're gonna hold back. Let it shake. You're holding in that hinge, and give me little pulses up and down with those arms for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach everything up. Whew, amazing. Go ahead and take those ankle weights off of your wrist, and let's get you out of here and a little stretched out. Let's just bring our left leg in front of us, coming into a quick runner's lunge position. Sinking our hips down. And now let's go ahead and just press yourself back here. Straightening this front right leg to get you more into the back side of that right leg. Now come back forward and just do a little bit of movement here. So you're just switching between that runner's lunge and the extension in full length of that right leg. All right, we have just 3, 2, and last 1. Amazing. Go ahead and come into a quick plank. We're not holding it, and just switching those legs. So you can sink those hips down deep here, finding that stretch. Place those hands down and come back into that straight leg on the left side. You can flex this front foot, and it's going to get you a deeper stretch into that calf. Still squaring the hips, so not dropping over into one side of the body. And now let's go ahead and bring it into that little movement, switching back and forth here. You guys absolutely killed that workout today. You should be so proud of yourselves. I was definitely shaking that entire time. All right, from here, just go ahead and bring both of your feet behind you. We'll come into that plank and just begin to walk your hands up towards your toes. Walk those feet together and just hang out here for a second, allowing yourself to get a nice big stretch in the back side of that body. If your fingers and hands can't touch the ground, that's okay. We'll work up to that. Breathing into this. Thanking yourself for just the ability to move your body and thanking yourself for showing up and committing to yourself. You just have to keep showing up. Even on days where you're like, I don't really want to show up. I don't know that I feel that great. Just do what you can that day. That's what makes fitness a lifestyle. You don't always have to show up perfectly. You just have to show up. All right, from here, let's begin to roll ourselves up for an 8 count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's just do some arm circles back. 3, 2, and 1. And now let's circle forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. All right, well, feel free to take whatever else you may need. Do some more stretches. If you want to do some more work, go for it, but I'm definitely tapped out. And we will see you guys back here in another workout.